there, Aquarius, and welcome to your September 2017 love reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to welcome you to my video on my channel if this is your first time visiting. If you're a return viewer or subscriber, then I want to say welcome back and thank you very much for the love and support that you guys have been showing me, for my relatively new channel. I'm really excited and I really appreciate it, and I'm just glad that people are receiving the messages from my readings. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started with your reading. If you've been cross-watching, here it is. It's the allergy talk. I've had allergies for a while and they're like really affecting my throat, so I'm trying to just gonna be a little bit quicker about my readings if I can, if that makes sense. It's really hard to do though. But anyway, I'm gonna jump right into the reading. We're doing the past, present, and future spread, 3 cards in each position. I've already shuffled the cards for time purposes because I shuffle for a really long time. So that's the only reason why I don't do it on camera, because that'd be another like 5 minutes of the video. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. In your past position, you have the Fool card. So that's you. Hello, Aquarius. All right, you've got the Fool card. Oh, you've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. And you've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Okay, Aquarius. So you start off this reading as you, okay? And if this is not you, but I think it is, but if it's not you, then the Fool just represents that this might have been a time where you were not ready for commitment, okay? You were kind of just having fun, being a free spirit, being unpredictable, outgoing, just kind of going with the flow, all right? So when you see the Fool card in a reading, it represents some type of maybe a new beginning. Okay, you were just, basically seeing what life brought you. You weren't really going in any particular direction. You were just kind of going with whatever happened, okay? Now, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. This can also be you, okay, Aquarius? And why I say that is because maybe you were the Fool, or you had this energy of the Fool because you were afraid to be hurt in love again, okay? Now, the Queen of Swords as a person, okay, can represent someone who's very bitter, someone who is cold, someone who's angry, even vindictive, okay? This can represent someone who's just very mean. In some explanations, they say this person can even be mentally unstable, all right, such as a psychopath, because there's no empathy, there's no compassion. So this person doesn't care about other people's feelings. And that can be the extreme. All right, that's the extreme interpretation of this card. Now, yes, it can represent someone who was hurt in love, so she's got her walls up, she's very cold, she's very sarcastic, okay? She kind of uses that as a defense mechanism to hide the fact that she's actually very lonely, okay? She's sad and she's lonely and she's hurt, but she doesn't want you to see that. She doesn't want you to see how vulnerable she is. So she projects this exterior of sarcasm and, sharp tongue. All right, someone who's always quick to cut you down. Look, don't, talk to the hand, okay? She's really quick to tell you about yourself because she wants to keep you away. Okay, if that wasn't you, then you might have been dealing with someone who had that Queen of Swords energy, okay? And so maybe you might not have been ready to commit or wanting to even commit to someone with that type of energy. So that's another scenario that I can present to you right now. Excuse me, I'm drinking some tea so that I can keep my throat lubricated. All right, so then we move on to the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So this represents that you're coming out of a depression. You're coming out. It's like you're waking up from the nightmare. Okay, you're still feeling a little bit anxious, a little bit fearful, but it's much less than if it is in the upright. Okay, so this spread indicates to me that you are recovering from some type of traumatic love experience in the past that's not even represented in this, but this is what you were feeling, okay? You were feeling closed off. You were feeling that you weren't ready to commit to anyone, and that, you were still trying to deal with whatever caused you to be anxious and fearful, okay? Let's go ahead and see what's going on in your present position, Aquarius. All right, you've got the Four of Swords. You've got the Five of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the Five of Wands. I always call Wands Pentacles. Five of Wands in reverse. And you've got the Emperor. in the reverse. Okay, so right now you're at a point where you are either really tired or worn out from a situation and you're taking like a mental retreat. This could also indicate that you are thinking about how you want to proceed, whether you're in a relationship now or you're still single. Maybe someone's interested in you and you're not sure how to proceed with this person. This can also indicate that you are just detached from your partner or from your love life or from your relationship, okay? Perhaps you are with a partner who presents this Queen of Swords energy and you're tired of the verbal abuse. So now when this person talks, all you hear is like, wah, 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 wah. Like you realize they're full of a lot of hot air. All right. So you're not even engaging in their attacks and their, arguments because you're just over it. You're tired. You're mentally exhausted. Okay. You need a break. This can also even represent a break in a relationship. Okay, and then we have the Five of Wands in reverse, and this represents the end of conflict or the end of disagreements. All right, this indicates that the pain and the confusion from the past issues are kind of fading away. All right, and you are trying to move forward. All right, now this can also indicate that, when the dust settles, and when you guys are clearing the air, it might bring you closer to your partner. It might bring you closer to whoever it was that you're interested in. Because we tend to learn a lot about ourselves in struggles, in difficult times, okay? And those type of arguments do either tend to push couples all the way apart or bring them closer together. Now, sometimes it can drive a little bit of a wedge, okay, which causes you to want to take a break. But, they do say that absence makes the heart grow fonder. So maybe even within that break, you find yourself, being drawn to that person. Now, we also have the Emperor in the reverse position here. So the Emperor in the reverse position, this can represent an Aries that's maybe not really balanced right now. Okay, so this Aries, he's exhibiting all the extreme qualities of an Aries, very selfish, okay, unreliable, irresponsible. If you're not dealing with an Aries, then this represents that your partner is irresponsible and unreliable. This can also represent an on again, off again type of relationship. So maybe you guys are, trying to decide if you're on again. Maybe you're off again right now. Okay. So there is no fighting. There are no conflicts because you guys are not even seeing each other right now. All right. That's what that can indicate. This can also indicate someone who's very short tempered, possibly overly aggressive. So if this is your energy, Aquarius, okay, you maybe are warming up a little bit, but somehow you're still out of whack. You're still imbalanced, okay? You're coming out of that bitterness, but now instead of just being bitter, you're a little bit emotional and your responses are a little bit emotional. That can be one indicator, but I feel like maybe your partner could possibly be the person who has these temper tantrums, okay? And you're over here maybe trying to even decide if you want to deal with this person or you're trying to figure out how to deal with the temper tantrums because you don't want conflict anymore. All right, you want to move away from this conflict. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what's going on in your current position. I mean, the future. I'm sorry. This is your current. Future position. You have the Six of Wands. And I need to take a break right now. And I need to tell you why. Because this is about my sixth reading, right? So I do each sign, I do your general and I do your love reading back to back. Okay, just to see if there's any ties or any similarities. And if I tell you that in almost every love reading, the Queen of Swords in reverse is coming up, but she's not coming up as much as the Six of Wands is coming up in the love readings. It's coming up in the general readings. It's coming up in the reverse. It's coming up in the upright. It's like I feel like I'm being stalked by the Queen of Swords in the Six of Wands. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand it. You don't even understand how I shuffle these cards. Okay, I shuffle them the long way. I shuffle them sideways. I do the Vegas shuffle, okay? I cut the cards. I shuffle them for like 5 minutes. I burn sage over the cards. I have like crystals that I have here to clear out the energies after my readings. And I feel like I'm going, like these cards are really stalking me, like I'm being haunted right now. So I'm going to have to do a personal reading for myself to see why the Queen of Swords and the Six of Wands are after me. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm sorry for my nervous breakdown in the middle of your reading, Aquarius, but apparently you're used to that. You guys have been dealing with that. So this is just more of the same for you as far as you're concerned, right? All right, so back to the reading. Okay, let's pull it all in. Let's rein it in. All right, the Six of Wands represents moving in a positive direction. Okay, things are moving in a more positive direction, that as a couple, you guys tend to feed off of each other's energy. All right. You have a lot of sexual energy that flows back and forth between the two of you, and you tend to feed off of that. So maybe that's why you have this on again, off again type situation, because you guys are so drawn to each other. You guys get each other. Okay. Because this card represents possibly either having a partner that boosts your ego, or you guys as a couple like to be seen together. You guys like to go out. You guys like to do things. You like for the world. You like to show off. You like to show each other off, okay? See and be seen. So you could be also, if you're single, all right, if you did have a break, this could be someone that you've had a crush on for a very long time, okay? And now you can't even believe that you are dealing with this person. You're probably very excited that you are now dating someone that you've been dreaming about for a very long time. So that's another scenario, okay? You also have the Knight of Wands, okay? And you have, this is the Page of Swords in the upright, both of these cards. Okay, this is interesting. All right, so if the Knight of Wands is a person, this can possibly be an Aries, okay? And this person is someone who does like a lot of attention. So that makes a lot of sense that this Six of Wands is here, because you guys, maybe you both like a lot of attention. Okay, and so that's why you guys kind of work. Or that's one of the things that you guys connect on, is the fact that you do like attention. You understand, you get this person because you also like attention. And this could be even your energy, okay, Aquarius? This could be your energy, and this could be you, ready to try new things. This could be you, just going out and not really looking for commitment, because the Knight of Wands isn't really looking for commitment, okay? So this theme is, there's a theme here for somebody, okay? And maybe there's an Aquarius here that has been single throughout this whole entire reading. There's an Aquarius that has been single, and from the beginning, you have wanted to just be a free spirit. You haven't really wanted to be in any type of relationship, okay? And there might have been a partner or someone who wanted to be in a relationship with you, and maybe because you didn't want to engage them in a relationship, they were the ones that were causing you some type of conflict. Maybe it's an ex. All right, maybe it's someone, because this card also, the Queen of Swords in reverse, indicates someone who's afraid of making the same mistakes from the past. Okay, so maybe you had an ex that wanted to get back with you, and you do have a lot of chemistry with this person, but you also know that they bring a lot of conflict, okay? And you're just not there right now, Aquarius. You want to have fun. You just want to have sex, okay? You want to hook up, you want to hang out, but you don't really want that commitment, okay? You haven't really wanted that commitment in this situation. Now, I'll get into relationships. I'll look at it from all aspects, so don't feel like I'm turning this into a singles reading. But I just see that there's somebody here that, they have someone who they feel like is holding them back, all right? But maybe you just do have chemistry with this person. It's hard to let them go. Or you did let them go, and they gave you a hard time about it, but now you're off. You're here. You're just trying to enjoy yourself again. All right. You're just trying to release some sexual energy. All right, that's what I see in the future. You have the Page of Swords also. So the Page of Swords represents communications, letters, emails, possible, text messages. Maybe you met someone over the internet. Maybe you're internet dating. Maybe you're on Tinder and you're just swiping. You're just swiping, right? Looking for a new date. You're just enjoying yourself. So that's what I see in the future position for for my singles. Now, for relationship wise, I see a situation where, let me okay, I see a situation where you maybe were coming out of a difficult situation in the past position. Okay, whether you had a partner that was cold towards you, maybe you had a partner that was, verbally abusive, and they caused you a lot of like stress, a lot of anxiety, but you were coming out of that situation. Okay, you were coming out of it. Now, you could be the Fool card, you could be the Queen of Swords in reverse, you could actually be both. Okay, you could have been someone who was presenting yourself as not wanting any commitment because you were afraid to go through what you had been through in the past. You were afraid to experience this Nine of Wands, a Nine of Swords in the reverse or the upright. You were afraid to experience that, so you kind of closed yourself off. Okay, now in the present position, you are just taking a bit of a break. You're resting and you're contemplating, because maybe there is someone who wants to be with you. Okay, maybe it's this Emperor in reverse, and maybe this is the person that caused you these issues in the past. Okay, so now, you guys are not in a period of conflict in the present. All right, conflicts, the tension from the past is fading, but you're still not certain if you want to move forward with this person. You're still contemplating, you're not sure, because you at the core, you wanted to be single anyway. You really weren't looking for commitment. Maybe you just want to hang out with this person, but they want a commitment, and that's what causes the conflicts between the two of you. Okay, or maybe they were the ones that are very sarcastic and very emotional, temper tantrums and things like that. So maybe they said some really mean things to you, Aquarius. All right, so you're over here just trying to be, free, and they are the ones that attack you. Okay, they're always arguing with you, they're always trying to tell you about yourself or throwing temper tantrums because they don't understand you, and you are tired of dealing with that right now. All right, you do, whether you have feelings for them or not, this is not what you want. And so in the future, we have two scenarios, okay, for this couple. Either in the future you guys are together, or you're back to dealing with each other. If you are together as a couple, okay, then you guys, once again, you're moving in a positive direction. You've got a lot of sexual chemistry with each other. Okay, you're that it couple. You like to, be seen and show each other off. You give each other an ego boost. This card now can represent one of two things. It either represents that this Emperor who was in the reverse, this Aries, he's now in the upright, but he's presenting himself as a knight. He's not the emperor anymore. So maybe you guys are not in a committed relationship, or this person is not at the point where they want to commit to the relationship because of this break that you guys took. So maybe you're back to seeing each other, but it's not as serious as this person was trying to be before, because they were hurt that you pushed them away. All right. And so now, there's some type of perhaps spying. There's some type of, maybe some type of messages, like, maybe this person you found out that this person is seeing other people, okay, Aquarius, because we know how curious you are and how your mind works. So maybe you want to figure out what's going on with this person. How come they're not as serious as they used to be? Okay, how come they're acting different? And you find out that, you know what, they're seeing other people. Because this person is like a playboy, okay? This person is very passionate, okay? But they're not really ready to commit. This person's impulsive and they just want the attention of, admirers and the people that they're seeing. So maybe that's what you represent to this person, okay? Maybe that's what you've always represented. That's why they were imbalanced in the past, and that's why you didn't really see them as relationship material, because you knew this person was a player all the while. Wow, Aquarius. So that's one scenario. Another scenario is that we do have a couple. We do have a couple that has gone through some things, but they've stayed together. All right. And in this present time, yes, you guys are still experiencing this bonding and this moving forward. But maybe there's a Knight of Wands that is attracted to you. Okay, there's a Knight of Wands that comes in and this person is attracted to you and it causes some type of issues. This is still spying. This can still represent spying and messages and communications like that. So your partner has found out about this person and maybe they're jealous or upset about it, because you guys do seem to go back and forth, okay? One of you seems to be very short-tempered and short-fused about things. Excuse me, I dropped something. So, you know, even though things are going well for you, things can always be going well for you, but there's always going to be something that kind of shakes things up. But this is temporary energy. This is not something that's going to be a big deal. This is not something that's going to last. Okay, Aquarius? So that's for my relationships. Okay, so we have a relationship where, you have one person who is trying to deal with the emotional responses of another person. Okay, and you guys are drawn together sexually. All right, because this can just represent a very passionate time in your relationship. So in the future, you guys are really connecting on a physical level. All right, but there's still that swords energy. Okay, there's still that energy of, sharp tongued communication. Maybe it's not a verbal argument, maybe it's a texting argument or an email or something like that, a letter. It's not verbal, but there's still some type of communication that comes in that's not necessarily the greatest. Okay, Aquarius. So I think, all right, I don't know. My memory is off because I want to see, did I give this scenario? Because I'm seeing something else. All right, so maybe in the past, you were the Queen of Swords. Okay, and maybe, this, maybe because you were just out there meeting people, all right? But because of the way you presented yourself as not wanting a relationship, not really caring, being sarcastic, being closed and cold, now you're dealing with someone, or you might have been dealing with this Emperor or this Aries. This could be someone who's older than you, or maybe you're older than them. But anyway, you've been dealing with this person, but because of how you presented yourself, maybe this is what has thrown this person off, okay? And so that's why they're in the reverse, because they're used to you presenting yourself as this Queen of Swords. So they might want to be in a relationship and they might be ending the conflicts with you, or this could even be that they know that there was competition in the past, okay? This might have been not even just conflicts, but there might have been other people who were interested in you in the past. All right, so that's what threw this person off. That's why they were in reverse, because they weren't sure if they wanted to devote themselves to you, because not only are you pushing them away verbally because you were afraid of being hurt, but there were other people that they were competing with for your attention. Okay, and so now in the future, you guys do manage to connect. Okay, you guys are connected somehow. You guys are moving forward in a more positive, but this it's still the same. They still are not sure about commitment now. But at least they're in the up right now. So things are more positive between the two of you, but it's the commitment that's still in question. All right, and this is for a relationship for people who are not married, who are not in a long term or in a committed situation. All right, so you guys are still trying to figure things out. Either you need to figure out if you want to be single, or they need to figure out if they want to commit. All right, and or you may have gotten them on the same page as you, Aquarius. I mean, you might have found somebody who was like, "Look, I need to be in a relationship," and you're like, "Look, relationships, who needs labels? If we care about each other and we love each other, we can do whatever we want." And so maybe now they're on the same page with you. Okay, and it took, it might have taken some clear, direct communication about that. So that's another possibility. All right. So let me know, guys. Let me know. Did I miss anything? I feel like I covered it all. I feel like also if it's your partner that's the emotionally unstable one, I feel like this card is basically telling you that you need to kind of learn when to engage this person and when to back off. And I feel like that's what you're working on right now in the current position. All right, you're contemplating how to deal with this person. Maybe there's no need. If you know this person flies off the handle all the time or they're sensitive, there's no need to engage them in every argument. Sometimes just let them blow off steam. Let them say if you know they don't mean it, if this is a situation a person blows up and you know they don't mean it, then just let them blow up. Don't pay them any mind. Don't let them pull you into their emotional roller coaster. All right, so I feel like that's what these sword cards are very, there's a lot of swords cards in this reading, which means that, the communication between you guys really needs to be worked on. I feel like once you get clear with your communication, you guys can move forward in a more positive direction. All right, Aquarius, so let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know what's going on. Is this you? Is this your partner? Is this someone you know? I would love to hear about it. All right, and thank you guys once again for joining me. Your general readings will be going up around the same time. All right, so go ahead and check those out. Love you guys. See you next reading. Bye.